And now, ladies and gentlemen, gather in. A perversion of nature. A man, if you could even call him that, whom God himself has turned his back upon. I give you the limbless man.
Will you look at that? Look at him.
Move along, kids.
You are magnificent.
Hey, get away from him!
What's the matter with you?
It's all right. No harm in it. My fault. Maybe I got a little too close, eh, friend? Have a good evening now.
You better get a hold of yourself before the next show, gimp.
Splendid, isn't it? The way they move. Full of strength, color and grace. They're astounding. But you? Cursed from birth. A man, if you can call him that, who God himself turned his back upon.
Stop it! Why would you say that?
Because you believe it. But if you could only see the beauty that can come from ashes. I say they let you go too soon.
But they're different from me.
Yes, you do have an advantage. The greater the struggle, the more glorious the triumph.
But what I was most amazed when you mentioned joy. Like, honestly, I think it's really hard for me to imagine that you have a joy. But not only you say it, but I can see it. You speak and you walk and you jump. So, like, this person is really a person who has joy. So, and you mentioned like joy, real joy is not something temporary, but something that can last, no matter what circumstances. So I want to ask, like, what kind of joy you have, and like, what kind of joy, like, is that in the every business, like, you see your joy, and I'm also very curious, like, as a human, we tend to ask the same question when we face difficulties, like why it happened to me, and have you ever asked these kind of questions?
See, there's no joy in a circumstance. There's nothing good about having no arms, no legs, is there? No. Okay. But there is joy in the purpose of it. What joy is it? like honestly, if I had a car, if I had a BMW, would I have joy? No. If I had $1 million, would I have joy? No. I wouldn't. If I had $1 billion, $1 billion can't buy me hope. $1 billion can't cure me of a disease that's incurable. $1 billion cannot heal my broken heart. $1 billion cannot heal my mind of memories I wish I could forget. No amount of alcohol, drugs, sex, anything of this world. I can't think of it. Rock star, fame, money, girls. What else is there in this world? I don't know. Anything of this world. There's no joy. There is no joy that I found. The only joy I have, the joy of the Lord is my strength. That's the only joy I have. There is no joy in your parents separating. If you're in a broken home, I don't know how that feels. But let me ask you, if someone comes in on a wheelchair and you're not in a wheelchair, who do you think can encourage that person more? Me or you? Me, because I know how it feels to be in a wheelchair. If you're in a broken home and you have hope, and you find somebody else in a broken home who does not have hope, they don't have love, but you can give that love and hope, then it's worth it. That's how I see my life. That if my life does not change on the outside, that it is more important to be changed on the inside. Love sets me free.
What if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know your needs?
The song Blessings really came out of a redefining of the word blessings that's been going on in my life for a few years now. I think I grew up hearing that word bless, you know, whether it's singing God Bless America on the 4th of July or saying the blessing, you know, before you eat your food. And it almost, even though no one taught this to me, I think subtly I began to see blessing as something that was centered around health or prosperity, which was hard these past few years when I was facing just a situation with my husband's health, where we were praying for healing, and God, for whatever reason, wasn't answering our prayer the way we wanted to. So was He blessing us? That was our question. And even in the song, there's a lot of what ifs, you know, in the chorus. You know, what if His blessings, what if they actually come through raindrops? What if they actually come through tears? And it's just us investigating this idea of, could God possibly be blessing us through not giving us the things we're praying for? I don't know if that sounds too confusing, but that's what we're trying to think through now. And even though we do have more questions than answers at this point in time, I do know this, that there is a blessedness that comes through waiting on the Lord. There's an intimacy in our walk with the Lord that comes through walking through that valley. There's a reliance on His Word that we only know when everything else in life fades away. And so, in that sense, I truly feel like I am blessed.
'Cause what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes